So I came up with a new theme song for Drama and Ramen.
Okay.
I think you guys should hear it. Well, things can get a little tough. You can slip and you can fall, but if we swing through this together, we'll have a ball. Just watch some Asian drama shows. It's Drama and Ramen.
Is that the Gorilla Boss
That's
theme
the
song?
Gorilla Boss theme
Okay.
song. It's Drama and Ramen.
Welcome to the most intimate episode of Drama and Ramen. Of all time. We've got a nice mood lighting here in our recording space.
There's a skull.
There's like a human skull.
There's roses and rose petals all
Some
over.
Some people ask us what happened to the fourth host of Drama and Ramen, and the answer is this is a cool skull decoration.
We all have but a leaf covering our.
Nope.
That's weird.
That's too far.
I mean, we have clothes. Simon is just like in his leaf castle over there. Simon is on the other side of the room.
I don't just have one leaf though. I'm just kind of like wearing leaves, like just a whole bunch of leaves.
Okay. Yeah, Simon is cosplaying as the Jolly Green Giant. He's wearing the paint and everything.
I remember there was a Jolly Green Giant game that I used to play that was like it made you exercise when you did stuff. I don't know. It was like you were trapped on the Jolly Green Giant's home planet with all the other Green Giants.
He's an alien?
Yeah, you had to get home.
I want to see an R-rated Jolly Green Giant movie where he's like having a midlife crisis and like only eating meat and smoking a lot, and he's like, I don't care about the environment, and he has like this nihilistic trip. So this is a show where we watch shows and bring that show to your ears, don't you know?
But we don't show it. We
show it with our words.
With our words.
Hey fellas, what show did we watch this week?
My Little Lover.
Yep.
Um,
We watched the J-drama My Little Lover.
I have
15-centimeter girl.
I have all my notes on my phone, and I'm scared to exit out of this, but I think it'll keep recording. So, let's hope. Yeah, it's still up there recording. Okay. I have so many. Look at how many notes I have, like just right here.
How?
It was. I had a lot to talk about.
Jeez, look how many notes I have.
Okay, yeah. Actually, looking back,
Where?
I have 4.5 pages of notes for episode 1.
Where are your notes, Stefan?
Haha, funny story about that.
Yeah.
I passed out last night before I watched the shows, and then I woke up at 7:30 and was like, damn, I need to get to school.
Okay, so Stefan, you haven't actually watched My Little Lover.
No, but I feel like I got the same amount out of it that you two did.
All right. So this is okay. Well, let's get into
This
it.
is another Oh My Ghost / to be continued situation.
Except
I still haven't
Stefan's-
watched Oh My Ghost. I was
Yeah.
sick while we recorded that episode. How is Oh My Ghost?
It was
Oh My Ghost is
so
great.
good.
Okay.
Yeah. I think out of all the shows we've watched, that's the one I would recommend the highest. Besides
Yeah.
maybe Click Your Heart, which is just a
true.
thrill
That was-
ride.
that
I
was
mean,
very
like,
good.
Casablanca's good, doesn't stand up to Click Your Heart.
Yeah, remember that episode where we talked about Casablanca? I'm like, this is a pretty good Asian drama show, but
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, fine. You guys gotta learn to do yes and with improv.
Sometimes the pause is funnier.
Okay, that's true. But we can't have that be our motif.
I don't know. There's like not a lot
Awkward pauses.
I don't know. I feel like I'm really good at being confused. So.
I'm a big fan
It
of
works.
I'm a big fan of the pregnant pause.
Is that what we've become? Drama and Ramen, the show of pregnant pauses. Okay, that was good. Okay, so nicknames. Should we establish some nicknames?
I just said boy and girl and guy friend and girlfriend and mom and dad and police officer.
Sister.
There aren't
okay.
too many characters,
Fair
so
enough,
it's not
fair
hard to
enough.
follow.
And Knuckles.
And Knuckles the Echidna was
Yeah,
there.
Knuckles the Echidna was there. He was very mad. He does not chuckle.
Those nicknames will probably also make it easier on Stefan.
Okay.
So
Take
okay.
it easy on me.
So it starts
Wow,
off.
wow, wow, wow.
Simon put in that song here.
I've been feeling
Is that
down.
copyrighted?
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
We have like a little bit of time to work with.
Did you guys listen to the last podcast episode?
Not yet.
I'm too scared.
Okay, well, I added a little fun thing at the end.
Okay. Is it the Gorilla Boss theme song?
Maybe.
Because if it is, I'm gonna kill everyone around me.
Okay, so how does it start off?
It opens.
Zoe's holding up her hand and flipping through her notebook.
Let me take a sip of my tea. No.
Fun note, me and there's a tea place downstairs, and me and Zoe both coincidentally got the same type of tea.
I don't
Oh.
trust.
I actually brought this
Herbs.
myself.
What?
I have a
Really?
Ziploc bag full of tea in my backpack
Oh.
that I just carry with
Did
me.
you know there was a tea thing downstairs?
No.
Oh,
With
there
Zoe,
is.
the con is always on. Zoe carries around tea bags in her bag because places like Dunkin' Donuts will just give you free cups of hot water.
They will. Free tea. Anyway, it opens with an old lady reading a story to a boy and a girl, maybe 5, 6.
Just like the Bible.
It's a good
Yes.
estimate.
That's how the Bible starts.
Yeah.
It starts with a grandmother telling children a story about a fairy.
Have you guys heard about the part of the Bible where these two kids are making fun of a priest, and then God sends down 2 female grizzly bears, and they slaughter 42 lads?
My favorite part
I
of
saw that the other day. It's crazy. Sorry.
We should have a Drama and Ramen episode where we just talk about the Bible, but that's another day.
We don't know
Bible,
anything
weird
about
Asian
the
drama
Bible,
show.
but we speak of it.
All right, sorry. Go on.
Okay.
You don't know about the good book?
Have you heard the good news?
God's news.
No. Okay. This old lady is telling a story. It's the legend of the 1-inch princess.
Okay.
And
There's
it's-
like some animated stuff.
yeah, some
kinda
cool
going on.
illustrations.
Yeah.
There's a warrior that's also an inch tall. And then after the grandmother tells the story, the little boy and girl run off to find the princess
Yeah, so
and
they're
search for her
searching.
outside.
Just searching through the grass and stuff,
Yeah.
trying to find the little princess.
And the girl falls down in a stream and
Right.
sees a shoe floating in
Is
the
it
stream.
her shoe? I was
don't
confused
know.
because I didn't think it would, because she just kind of fell down,
Yeah,
a
it wasn't
little in the
enough of an
puddle, not
impact
enough
for
to-
the shoe to come off.
but it seemed like she was looking at it like, dang
My
it, there
shoe.
goes my shoe. But I don't know.
I don't know either.
Just a shoe. Also, it doesn't make sense if that was her shoe, because right after she sees the shoe floating by, a little 1-inch princess.
Yes.
Ooh,
She believes she
rises
sees
out of
the
the
1-inch
shoe.
princess.
And it's just a great green screen. They don't try to.
This whole show.
It's got amazing
is
effects.
10 out of 10 green screen. I think I wrote that somewhere.
They don't even try to do a thing where like the princess like stands up or anything. She just kind of like
She rises
up
from the dead.
out of the shoe. So if that was her shoe, it was the princess there the whole time.
She has some explaining to do.
This is my house.
And then the 2 kids run off and into a cave.
Yeah.
place?
I think they sit in a cave and they're looking at the stream for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, and then he says, "I love you, girl."
Yeah.
And she's like,
We
"I
should
love
be
you
together
too, boy."
forever.
Yeah,
And
which
they,
is
like,
kind of
confess
a
their
weird
love.
thing to be saying when you're 5.
Yeah.
But
Five-year-olds are dumb though.
But they pinky promise that they're going to stay together forever.
Okay.
And
That's how relationships work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gives her a flower crown. And then apparently they're in love.
yeah, and then.
So I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
Uh huh.
You got the flower crown is
Yeah.
key.
And the pinky promise.
Yeah. So then.
Hey, Simon. Will you pinky promise me to take your elbows off the table?
Yes. Only for you, Steph.
That was a visual gag. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, listeners.
My elbows were on the table, and we also pinky promised. The end. So then Stefan just dabbed, and he thought I couldn't see it maybe, but I did. I saw it. So then it like flashes forward to the future.
Yeah.
Let me guess, they're sad and not together anymore.
You
How
got
did
it.
you know?
It doesn't really explain why ever, does it? Maybe in the second episode.
No.
I should mention I only watched the first episode. I think Zoe might have watched the second episode.
Yeah, I didn't have much to do yesterday.
I mean, me neither. But I did. It was. I just had so many notes. So then yeah, she like walks out into the kitchen where her mom and her dad and her sister are. And I just want to point out, it lingers on this kitchen shot for almost a full minute. On one shot.
I mean, is it like, are there things happening in the shot, or is it just a kitchen?
It's just, it's
1 minute of kitchen.
It's like there's people talking, but it's just so. That I think this
Podcast house.
It's one of my major gripes in the show is that maybe I'm just like I just have too short of an attention span, but I feel like it doesn't cut that much. Would you agree, Zoe? I feel like it kind of lingers on shots for a while.
But is it
Yeah,
like?
kind of.
But is it like made in a way where like that's not a problem? Like, is there like dialogue happening that's not terrible, or is it just?
I
I
wouldn't go that far.
Or is it just like the visual part of it that bugs you?
It's just the visual part of it. It's just boring to look at that for. It's not like the camera's
what about that
moving
scene?
at all.
What about that scene in Evangelion where they get into the elevator and are just standing there silently for 53 seconds?
I have only watched the first episode of Evangelion. Was that
Okay.
in the first episode?
It was in like one of the later ones.
Okay, then I don't know.
Okay.
That.
Evangelion.
And Zoe
I'm
is
lost.
shrugging.
Evangelion's great. Mecca.
So it's just I don't know. It's not like the camera moves or anything. It's just kind of like there. It's like how a sitcom is shot.
Okay.
Except a sitcom has a reason for that because it's like live studio audience and stuff. And even that cuts. It just feels lazy to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The show would be a lot better with the Seinfeld theme song.
I was really expecting that. Like a lot of the writing is almost set up so there should be like a laugh track or like so the little tune should play it out. It's very weirdly sitcom-y.
And it's not funny.
It's not funny. So they
We learn that the girl writes stories online.
Yeah,
under
that's
like
right.
a screen name.
She's
She
on a
writes
thing
stories
that's
about
like noveling.
fairies
Yeah.
and love.
I think that was actually before the kitchen scene because I think
Yeah.
right after that was the intro.
Yeah,
Which
the
was like
really
this-
cool theme song.
Yeah, it was a really cool theme
was pretty
song.
cute.
And it was a nice paper cut intro.
Okay.
Like paper
Was
cut.
it as cool as the Strong Girl Bong Soon intro?
No.
No.
Okay.
That theme song is so good.
That's a show I need to like go back and give like a chance to.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was looking up other shows that actress was in because she was in Oh My Ghost too.
She was?
Yeah. And
She was?
mhm. Yeah, but she looks completely different with like the haircut and her hair color.
Okay.
So
and
cute.
stuff.
If
She's
there-
adorable.
If there's two shows that I were to keep watching that we've watched here, it would be Oh My Ghost and Strong Girl Bong Soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really
Yeah.
like them, but
Yeah.
I looked up the actress to see if she was in anything else. And like apparently you can comment on the Asian Wikipedia pages. So someone commented like thinking that she was the character from Strong Girl Bong Soon. She was like, "I love you, Bong Bong. Like you and Min Min are so cute together.
That's
Like I hope you guys are together forever."
kind of weird. But you do you.
That's cute.
So then that intro plays and it's cute and fun, and then it goes into the kitchen shot. And then the parents mention, sorry, trying not to put my elbows on the table. Her parents mention that she's a senior, and I thought, oh, they mean senior in college. They have to.
Because she looks like she's
Turns out
30.
she's 65 and she's a senior citizen.
No, she's a high school senior, and her sister is apparently in middle school because they talked to her about trying to find a good high school.
She looks like she's 17.
I
Like
know.
the little sister.
Her sister looks 17 at least, and and she looks at least 20.
What if they're just really bad at
25
science and
max.
keep getting held back?
I feel like this
Maybe.
is kind of a trend in shows we've seen, is that they're really bad at age casting.
Yeah.
I think any show that has a high school in it is better.
Have you seen Riverdale?
Yeah, I was just gonna
Okay.
say.
Yeah.
Like I
Alright.
see Betty in that show, and I'm like, oh, she's 20, and then like her first line of dialogue is, "Are you ready to start our sophomore year of high school?" And I'm like, what?
Have you seen a sophomore in high school?
Yeah.
It just feels,
There
I
are
don't know.
0 sophomores who look as hot as Archie Andrews.
yeah. It feels kind of cheap to me because I feel like there are a lot of really good actors in high school. Please hire me. I'm good at acting.
Please hire me. I'm better.
Please give me money.
Food.
and it's also kind of cheap to hire like 20-year-olds just because they're hot, and you want to portray.
Yeah, but sometimes they hot. Have you seen Archie?
Not
Damn.
Okay.
I mean, he's pretty ripped for a sophomore.
You mean comic Archie or show Archie?
Both. They redesigned Archie. He's cool now.
Remember when Archie died?
Yeah, that was weird.
Wasn't he like trying to save his gay friend? And
I
then
don't-
someone shot him?
I feel like that was the end of one of the stories. Never mind. We're not talking about Archie anymore.
Okay. So
The girl leaves for school.
for high school.
Yeah. Her senior year of high school as a 20-year-old woman.
Yeah. Well, she runs off, right? And
Well, she runs
Well,
into
I
the
mean-
boy's mom.
I'm in my senior year of high school, and that's just 2 years older than me.
That's true.
yeah, that's true. Well, I she was like above 20. It's
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I'll show
Okay.
you a picture later.
All right.
So she
But
she
Simon,
runs-
I'm blind.
What? This whole time?
How have you been watching
Surprise.
shows?
yeah. This has the like the
Yeah.
voice subtitle things, you know?
It was a
That are
joke.
like, yeah. No, I got that.
But the girl runs into the boy's mom. 'Cause apparently they're neighbors, but they don't
Yeah.
talk anymore.
Just like give my boy his lunch.
Yeah, he forgot his lunch.
My boy, he forgot his lunch.
So
My boy.
she takes the lunch from his mom and takes off running, and is about to run around the corner to give it to him.
When suddenly.
He realizes that he forgot his lunch and starts to run back. And
Oh, I see what's happening
yeah.
here.
The classic, we run into each other and then we fall and we accidentally kiss.
Yeah, she
True.
falls
Oh,
right over on
they
him.
usually don't kiss.
Yeah, I know.
There was an
Her mouth is
accidental kiss.
directly on his. And she
It's a
gets
little
up
weird.
all.
It was calculated.
She gets up all classic, like anime embarrassed, but he just kind of stays there.
Yeah, he's just
He doesn't
like,
really. He just seems kind of bored by it. He's like,
Again?
not again.
I hate lips.
Mm.
Um,
So
she runs off,
yeah,
and then school.
and then at school, and then she's with her girlfriend and their guy friend, and there's also like a really hot girl there, and all the guys are like, "Whoa, she's so hot! Whoa!" as she's passing, you know, like really loudly.
like terrible people.
Yeah, my nickname for her was just attractive girl because I didn't really know what to
So
write
you're
down.
part of the problem.
Yeah.
So they have like a class president thing.
Yeah. They vote for class president. Nobody actually runs. They just vote on who they think would be best for class president.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what a coincidence. The girl and the boy are elected class president.
Both of them?
Yeah, they have like
Yeah.
a boy president and a girl president,
Okay.
which is kind of weird.
Okay.
But the girl doesn't want to do it, so she gives the opportunity to the attractive girl,
Yeah, and she
which
does it
sparks some jealousy
from her,
from the girl, not the attractive
even
girl.
though she like gave.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then
This
they,
tie itches.
and then suddenly there's a dance number.
Me too.
Right?
Yep.
There's just like a
There's
sudden...
a dance team. They're dancing.
They're dancing to some K-pop, and it's...
Their shirts say things like baby doll and clean.
It's pretty
What
sick.
a mood.
It's a nice dance. It's just like really sudden and out of place.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit.
And
But-
then she's in the thing with her friend girl.
Her friend girl?
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say friend, but then I also wanted to classify which of the friends it was.
Okay.
And it's the girl. So then they get out of there, and they're like walking out of high school, and the guy friend is
God, I can't wait to walk out of high school.
the guy friend is just like waiting behind a bush,
Yeah.
looking at them, and when he sees
Waiting
them
for them.
pass, he just kind of creeps up behind them and then just starts walking next to them. Like he doesn't like surprise them or anything. Just kind of weird.
I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I do that when I'm like, where are my friends? And then I hide behind a bench and wait for my friends because that's the only way I can cope with the anxiety of not having my friends around.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I probably don't know too, but it seems like a...
People are like, who's that weirdo under the bench? And I'm like, give me a minute.
Once I put on a troll costume and hid under a bench, and when people passed, I said, bench troll.
I love Homestuck.
No, I didn't even know what Homestuck was. It was a social experiment.
You said those two words and I got like shivers.
So...
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of a weird thing to include.
So then the girl reveals that she wants to do a solo audition in Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
So she would have to drop out of high school and move away from her family and move to Tokyo.
Yeah.
And the friends are like, wow, that's cool. Hey, guy friend, why don't you walk this girl home? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Mhm.
Because he's super into her.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Very
Okay.
stocky.
What?
He wouldn't be hiding behind a bush if he wasn't into her.
That's how you can
can
tell.
I had a friend that hid behind a bush because the guy that she had a crush on showed up, and she still has a scar. And she listens
From-
to this podcast.
She has a scar from
Wait.
hiding in the bush?
Well, she tripped and fell.
In the bush?
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
I was hiding behind a bush one time, and the bush said, "Hey, why are you hiding behind me?" And I said, "Oh, sorry, Bush-chan." And then
One time I was playing hide and seek in Portland, like in the city of Portland, and I hid behind a bush, and I was like looking to my left to make sure that no one was coming to find me, but then I looked to my right, and there was like a window with a conference room, and there were just like 5 adults looking at me.
one time I hid behind a bush, and then I heard a voice say, "Whoa, what are you doing, Sonny?" And then I realized it was George Bush. Whoa!
Whoa! President of the United States, George Bush.
Okay. So they're walking home together, and
Yeah.
he's like, "I started reading an online novel."
It's about fairies and love.
And then
And
she's
her
like,
name is
"Oh."
like
I don't know about
what is it?
fairies,
Mackenzie
but you know
Blue
who's
Rabbit
in
or
love.
something. Or like
What?
what's her author name?
Does she have one?
Yeah, she had a fake name.
Was
that
it the
started with an
rabbit
M.
thing?
Yeah, and then
Moonlight
Moon
Rabbit.
Rabbit. I don't know.
Moon
It's relevant though.
Marshmallow Rabbit.
It just ends in Moon Rabbit. That's all I remember.
If anyone listening
Midnight
can
Moon Rabbit.
tell me how to take off a tie, that would be great.
That thing,
Oh,
right?
thank you, Simon.
You're free.
I'm free of the tie.
There you go.
Who wants a tie?
Here, give me the title.
I think Simon has the tie now.
Okay. Now I'm the Thai boy. Have some Thai food.
Heyo.
So then she's like, "Oh,
Wow, what a
Moon-
cool online
Moon
novel.
Rabbit egg."
Sounds good. And then he confesses his love to her.
Yeah,
He says, "I love this book," and
he says,
You.
he says, I have something to tell you, girl. I love the book, and also you. That's kind of how he phrased
And-
it.
yeah, and then she takes it as him saying that she would love the book.
Yeah,
and brushes it off, and she's like, okay, cool. See you later.
And
And the boy from her childhood is creeping through his window because he overhears whatever's going on outside.
Okay.
She's like staring through the window, all creepy.
And then she goes to school the next day, and her guy friend is there again, and he pretty much says the same thing, except a little more intense. So this time she understands it's a confession of love.
Okay.
Does he
Because
say again?
from my experience, the way to make it work is to do it again.
he says the same thing.
I
He's
still
like,
love your book.
I love the book, and I love you. And this time, she gets it. So.
And he gives her a gift.
That's right.
It's like a crocheted rabbit inside of a little moon pouch
It's
dress
pretty cute.
thing.
I would
it is
buy
pretty
it.
cute.
If it
Not
was...
not knowing what it looks like. If someone told me they loved me and then handed me a crocheted rabbit, I'd call the cops.
What?
I thought it was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I think he handed the crochet rabbit and then
Okay.
confessed love.
That's true.
I have a
does
question.
That change it?
Is the boy sweet? Or
He's-
is he weird?
He's kind of cringy.
A little
I don't
bit.
wanna-
Is he cringy in
He
a
was-
sweet way or cringy in a weird way?
He's cringy in a badly acted way.
Yeah, he said things like, if you're not too busy, like, we could go out sometime. If there's someone else, you don't have to love me. Like, kind of weird.
He said,
Whoa.
he said, if there's someone else, it's okay, but if there's nobody else, yeah.
Yeet. I was watching this K-drama. It was weird. The guy said yeet.
He just turned toward the camera.
And said, y'all mind if I...
So he confesses his love. She's kind of happy at first.
She weighs the pros and cons, which, like, same. But she said, he likes me, so he obviously has good taste.
That was good. I
Damn.
wrote that
That's
down.
my favorite quote.
That
a
quote's
good
gonna
line.
age like a fine wine.
And then but then she sees her guy crush walking by with hot girl under an umbrella, and
Because
then
it's raining.
yeah,
Not just
not just
because, yeah.
One time I was walking around with an umbrella when it wasn't raining because it was really sunny, and I just wanted like someone to protect me from the sun.
Because you're a vampire.
Yeah. And then a car passed, and someone yelled out the window, "Why do you have an umbrella? It ain't raining!" And they just kept on going by. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know.
It was me.
That makes sense. And then they also it was also right in the peak of Pokemon Go's popularity.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they were like, "You playing Pokemon Go under there?" Which is kind of weird. To be fair, I was,
You got-
but. Mm.
Okay, so what happens next? She sees her crush with the attractive girl.
Yeah, and then she gets all jealous.
Yeah, she runs home and she cries.
Sad.
And comes to the realization that she's still in love with the boy.
She's supposed to be crying, but it kind of looks like she's like cracking up. She's having a pretty good time. Yeah, it looks more like she's crying because she heard an amazing joke and less crying because.
Homie, that jealousy
Love of her
is
life.
100% a causation of what you just did.
Yeah. So then she confronts the guy, right?
Later, she tells her parents that she wants to move to Tokyo, and her dad slaps her, and she runs away.
I think she confronts him before she runs away. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she runs away and, like, she gets a text from her mom to get soy sauce at the store.
Mm-hmm.
That's code for
And-
something.
Yeah.
Probably drugs.
So but then she talks to the guy.
Yeah,
right?
she runs into the guy.
And he's like, "What?" And she says, "Why aren't we friends anymore?" And he says, "Don't you get it? I can't stand you anymore." I was like, Jesus, what an asshole.
Hate him.
Yeah, he's not the best. But then she starts running away in the rain,
Mm-hmm.
and her
Yep.
umbrella blows away.
Twice.
Yeah, twice.
He was like, good thing I brought a backup. No!
Yeah, she doesn't have the best grip.
No. But then she starts chasing the umbrella and ends up in the cave from the beginning of the episode.
Ah.
Yeah.
The cave comes back. Everything comes back. And,
And the storm gets stronger, and
Yeah.
I guess there's magic lightning, just like there was in To Be Continued.
Yeah.
Because she wakes up, and she's 1 inch tall.
it was after she was...
Also, she doesn't have any clothes on. Her clothes didn't shrink
Yeah.
with her, so.
Huh.
But that's where
That's
the
kinda weird.
rabbit,
Especially since.
comes
it's-
in.
The rabbit.
because the rabbit was wearing like a little pouch dress.
Oh,
thing,
that's right.
And
Yeah.
that becomes her clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I think that's it.
Huh.
And then.
Is that it?
And then she says, "I'm a 1 inch princess." She sounds
Better than being a 1-inch prince, am I right?
Okay. Why?
It's a Pankus joke.
Oh. Oh. I got it. Okay.
Simon, your triple belly slap was the best part of that joke.
She seems kind of too excited for what just happened.
Yeah. She's like, I'm tiny and I'm naked. It's great.
Homie, you're in the middle of the woods in a rainstorm and you're so small, so small.
The rainstorm's ended, I think. But so what she yells is that she's a 1 inch princess, but I mean, being 1 inch doesn't necessarily make you a princess. So.
I mean, she's probably connecting it back to the book that her grandma read her.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to judge her.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for letting it out.
That's it. That's
Alright.
the first episode.
That's episode 1 of My Little Love.
Sorry.
I have notes for
Ah,
episode
jeez.
2, but
Do
we
you want
don't.
to give us like a quick synopsis?
I don't think we have time.
No, just
No.
like a 2-sentence.
No, let's like do the writing and the pitch.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, first we got to do. So yeah, waiting. What would you rate this show? At least by the first episode.
1 inch out of 10 inch princesses.
Okay.
Whoa, 1 out of 10.
No.
Okay.
I'd say a 3 for the first episode, and then it gets up to like a 5 for the second episode.
Okay. So it's not
It
great.
gets better in the second episode.
Yeah, I mean
On a 5 or 10 scale.
on a 10 scale.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's an interesting premise. I'm sorry I keep interrupting you.
It's okay. Every time I look back on the episodes we record, like while we're like from our computers,
Yeah.
we're just like constantly interrupting each other. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's so hard
Yeah.
to hear, and I feel really bad each time. But so I would rate this. I would give this 5 out of 10 Moonlight Rabbits, or whatever it was called. 5 out of 10. Okay show. I wouldn't keep watching it, but maybe I imagine it probably gets better later. But acting and the cuts are okay, and the premise is all right. It's just an all right show.
You should keep watching Blazing Transfer Students.
Oh, that's
Yes,
right.
that is
I
something.
forgot.
That's
Yeah,
something
yeah.
I need to do.
That's
Um,
right. I to revise my earlier Blazing Transfer.
You're not on the record.
I
Okay.
am on the record.
Do you
I'm
have...
turning all the the Drum and Ramen podcast episodes into pressing them onto records. They're gonna
Okay.
onto vinyl.
All
Do
right.
you have a rating based off of this minor conversation?
I'm definitely intrigued. I'll probably go and watch the first episode sometime. And then I'll just like leave the last episode running on my computer so it gets out of my recently watched list.
You can manually take it off.
How?
You have to like go to the settings, like the drop down menu where you can choose whose account you're on,
Yeah.
and then go to account, and then all the way at the bottom you can like manage watch history or something like that.
Oh
You
my
can remove
god.
it.
Thank.
That's how I get rid of all the terrible shows we've seen.
Oh my god.
You're
I
welcome. I'm saving a life.
keep them all on because I like the recommendations Netflix gives to me.
Yeah, my recommendations are really weird.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
I watch The West Wing and J dramas.
I think the only downside for me with watching Asian dramas is that you can't really like multitask. Like as I
No.
said, I have a low attention span, so you can't really like do other things because you got to pay attention to the subtitles and stuff. So
Okay.
it's all your energy. Anyway,
You don't have that much energy.
I don't have that much energy.
Yeah. So I have 2 shows that I'm gonna pitch you on.
Okay.
One of them is called Good Morning Call. This is
I think I saw that.
This is you like watched it?
No, I think I saw it like on Netflix.
So the pitch for this show is that 2 students are living together, but no one can know they're living together, I think.
Ooh.
That's the pitch for that one. It's like very anime-ish. Like the pitch kind of reminded me of Toradora, which isn't a great anime. God, we need like more romantic comedy animes.
More animes, please.
More anime.
No.
More anime. And then the other is an anime, and it's called Devilman Crybaby.
Right. Yeah.
This is a like gothic neo punk show where about like slaying demons, I think.
Oh.
Everyone on my Twitter is talking about it and saying it's
Sounds
the best
so
show of
good,
the
but I
year.
can't watch anime.
Wait, but sorry, I get it.
It's like this hyper violent like demons fighting other demons and like political conspiracies.
Today, this is our 9th episode, so the next episode is going to be our 10th episode.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do
Yeah.
something special.
Yeah, we're only gonna get like 15 episodes.
We
out
can
of
watch.
this.
We can watch the new the new
But I really low key want to
yes.
watch Devilman Crybaby.
the new
Simon's grabbing my hand.
the new
Simon.
new Terrace House. The new Terrace House. We can watch the new Terrace House. for
Is that
this.
out yet?
No,
It's
not
not
out.
out on Netflix, but it is out on other places.
I've tried to find it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Zoe with your crimes.
I downloaded a VPN so I could watch it on Japanese Netflix,
I
but they
feel
cracked down and I can't watch it. And I follow them on Instagram, and so I keep seeing videos of all the housemates like playing sports in the yard, and I can't watch it.
Okay, I need to finish Aloha State.
Yes, you do. Okay.
Okay, so
How about we just talk about Terrace House Boys and Girls in the City next week, and then the week after that we can do Good Morning Call or Devilman Crybaby.
I'd be down with that. Just like an episode. Where
Can we just
talk
sit in
about
a
Terrace
room
House.
and watch Terrace House
Yeah.
That's
with a live podcast?
well, I mean, like when the year is done, this podcast is probably going away, and after that we can bring it back, the spiritual successor with Boys and Girls in the House.
We should.
That's true.
Our next up, we should like. For our next up, we should all like. Outside of like we should go to Zoe's house and then Zoe's mom can be in it, and then we can.
I
Just
feel
bring
like
her to school one day.
Boys and
we
Girls
can
in the
make
House. We should
ramen.
have a rotating 4th chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, we should have.
We can just
we
bring
should have
people
some
in
guests.
who don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be really good.
like they didn't watch the episode or anything. We just kind of put them in.
We're
the
bringing Catherine in for Uchi Week. That's my one
Okay.
demand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
in.
So guys, Good
So-
Morning Call or Devilman Crybaby. My vote is Devilman because I want to see demons die.
Okay. I like.
I'm voting Good Morning Call just because of my fear of anime.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to inflict anime on Zoe.
Just
but-
choose what you want.
Okay.
I'll just try not to look at the screen and just look at the subtitles the entire time.
Okay.
I can't describe what's going on, but I can tell you exactly what they said.
I feel like there's perks to Devilman Crybaby since it's like the new hip thing.
Yeah.
So we can lure people
We can
into
do
a
it, yeah.
podcast.
Okay.
Let's. Why don't we watch? Plan on watching Devilman Crybaby, and if your fear of anime gets too much, we can switch to Good Morning Call.
Okay.
All right, cool.
All right.
So one of the two.
I'm sorry,
next
Zoe.
week.
It's okay.
We're selling our soul, cashing in on the trends. Yeah.
And this was the last episode of Drama and Ramen that Zoe was in.
Yeah.
So that's our episode. Catch you on the flip side, guys. And until then, just remember, things can get a little rough. You can slip and you can fall.
Can we turn this off? Please.
So Zoe, how are we gonna kill Simon?